Hey everyone, so it's Christine, obviously, with the Artist Pod again, and today I thought I would talk a little bit about current events. I know that's a little off topic, but especially how it relates to my business page. So I run a page called Walking in Nature. I've been growing my audience on Facebook, and that is primarily where my t-shirt designs and everything else is sold, things like this. All the designs that you see that I create and those sorts of things, I load them on t-shirts and I post them on to my Walking in Nature site. I have an Etsy shop, I have a Shopify. Now my Facebook page, I link to my Shopify. So in light of everything happening, I was vaguely aware that posting anything on my page would cause a backlash. But I also felt like it was something that was far too important to not show where I stood, to make it clear that I stood with Black Lives Matter and that the racial inequalities in our system need to be undone, reevaluated, rebuilt. Something needs to change. And so I posted a Black Lives Matter support on my Facebook page. And it got a lot of response, the majority of which was negative. I had anticipated that. I knew there would be backlash. I will say it is hard to see it, especially on a page where you've fostered and you've put so much effort into building it. And a page as small as mine, where I am still, I have 3,000, almost 4,000 followers. Let's see, 3,394 right now. Now, for the most part, the discussions have been civil, and I've been able to talk to people and provide insight into Black Lives Matter and what it means. In a few instances, though, I have had to block and ban. Two instances specifically where the comments veered into blatantly racist statements. And even this morning, the last one I banned happened, maybe it was less than 30 minutes ago. So the reason I bring this up is, one, as a business and a person and someone who's building a business, I think it's so important to stand with, our brothers and sisters who are feeling marginalized, whether it's the Black community or the Native American community or the Asian community or the Latino community. We should make sure that minorities feel safe, that we're organizations for everyone. And I can tell you, as someone who is LGBTQ, that if you don't specifically state it and there's not cues as to, a business's friendliness towards that, then I won't choose to speak up because my assumption is it might meet with backlash. I've been a part of many groups and I won't ever talk about it because there's that fear. Well, am I going to be targeted because I'm LGBTQ? If I say this, am I going to be kicked out? Am I going to, be targeted? And I'm aware that those biases exist, and I know what that feels like, and it doesn't feel good. And so I feel it's incredibly important that everyone feels safe, and that's not what's happening right now in this country, which is why I did the post. And as a business, making sure that you make it clear that your business is a safe place, especially standing with your community in a time when that community, or standing with any community in a time when that community is feeling, hurt, is so important, even in the face of backlash, which is why I did it. So sometimes, we make decisions and it doesn't seem directly related with nature, but it's still important to stand with all of our brothers and sisters. And so I just want to talk about that. It's been an interesting few days. It's actually been really stressful seeing all of the arguments take place on my page. At the end of the day, though, when all the dust settles and I've lost some followers, I think in the end, the people that have stuck with the page are more the people I'm trying to reach anyway. And that's what I've been trying to focus on. So if ever you're building your page and you've put so much effort and you're still a kind of a small page. And it takes a while fostering that relationship with your people. I mean, I've been working at it for a couple years, and that's how long it takes for 3,000 followers. Because you need to build that relationship to then intentionally burn some of those bridges. Seems counterintuitive, but it is the right thing to do. And in the end, I think it's the best thing to do, instead of remaining silent. And so, also as the Artist Pod, because I am going to be doing some behind the scenes of walking in nature, but I also want to make it clear that on the Artist Pod, I also support Black Lives Matter. And the things in this country that have been happening the last few days are heartbreaking. The death of George Floyd was heartbreaking. And it keeps happening. And I hope that very soon things can change. So, thanks guys. Y'all take care. See you next time.